tugs, and welcome back to my channel, you guys. As y'all can tell by the title below, today I will be doing a mukbang slash girl talk slash Q&A video. So make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell button so that my post notifications come on, and then we can get into this video. Oh, also, you guys, I really just want to thank you guys for all the love and support. I definitely appreciate it. We are on the road to 30K, and I'm so excited about this, y'all. I'm so excited. So thank you guys. I really appreciate it. And also, before I get into the video, just check this out. All right, y'all, so I don't know if y'all can tell, but I am loving my braids. If you guys love them too, make sure you go check out Zania's page. I'm going to put her personal and her hair page up here on the channel, you guys. Make sure you go follow and support her. She does knotless, box braids, faux locks, all of that, y'all. So make sure you go check her out and tell her that Zakia sent you guys. All right, y'all, so basically I went on Instagram and I was like, comment topics, questions, or you know, anything that y'all want me to talk about, and we're gonna get into it. So as y'all can see, I am eating Zaxby's right now. Hold on, this is my little cookie. I got a cookie from there. I got the nibbler meal with some fries, and I got sweet and sour sauce on the fries. That bust, I'm telling y'all, I'm recommending it right now. Get the sweet and sour sauce on your fries. That junk gonna slap. And then I got me a little cookie and then some lemonade. Sweet tea, I'm tripping. I actually wanted lemonade, but they didn't have no more. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get into this video. I'm actually starting, so I'm gonna be trying to multitask throughout this video. So anyways, hold on. All right, y'all, so the very first topic says toxic relationships. No, let me backtrack, because it's another one I want to do before I do this one, because they kind of go into each other. So anyways, the very first one would be my opinions on the talking stage. So honestly, y'all, I am like in between when it comes to the talking stage, because one, I understand like the pros of it, but then again, I feel like it's such a childish thing. And so let me break that down for y'all. So basically, to me, when I think of talking, I think of like two people, basically they trying to fill out each other's vibes, trying to see how they rock with each other, if they really like each other. But then again, you don't want the pressure of a title, and you don't want to be doing, you don't want like relationship obligations. So my thing on that is, I feel like I support it to a certain extent. I feel like if you talking to somebody, there's no way y'all should be talking past 3 months unless y'all are both okay with that. So I feel like it's like confusing, because I feel like in the event that, okay, maybe neither one of y'all want to be in a relationship, y'all just like kicking it and cooling it with each other, then okay, that's fine. Y'all agree to be talking. But I feel like in a lot of situations, it's one-sided, where one person wants to be in a relationship, but the other person just wants to talk because they don't want the obligations of a relationship. Like, they're not ready to step it up. They're not ready to be dedicated and put in the time and the effort. So that's when I wouldn't agree with the talking stage. But for me personally, I will never talk to somebody longer than like a month or two, because for me, it's like in that month or two, if you haven't found out, like, you know, if we really vibing or if we really kicking it good, then it's like, okay, this doesn't need to be going longer. Like in a month or two is long enough for you to decide if you want to either take this to the next level or if you just want to dead it. And so that's my whole thing. It's just like, I just feel like also a lot of people will use talking as a way to not be in a relationship, so they don't have to be exclusive and stuff like that. And so I feel like it honestly just comes down to the person, what you want to do. Are y'all communicating with each other? Like, what do y'all both want to do? And kind of from there. But for me personally, I can't see myself talking to somebody longer than a month or two, because at that point, it's like, I know if I like you or not. So yeah, but that was kind of my opinion. I don't think I'm gonna do good. This is so annoying. I don't think I'm gonna do good with talking and eating. I'm not gonna cap though, this don't bust. Okay. So the next topic is, like I was saying, toxic relationships. So I kind of wanted to do the other one first because I feel like these kind of go into each other. So my opinion on toxic relationships is, one, I feel like I don't like how toxic relationships have like been normalized. Like people feel like that's okay. Like, no, you should not be in a relationship that's not good for you. You should not be in a relationship that's stressing you out. Like, you should not, I don't, like, people embrace this word toxic. Like, they're embracing the fact that you have, it's basically like a character flaw. Like, and even though it's not something to be ashamed of, you should be working towards changing that. You know, like, it's supposed to be somebody who you trust, you happy you can go to them, and not that it's toxic. Like, I really hate that, for real. I really hate that. And I understand, like, sometimes it's joking, but I feel like it's starting to become like normalized. Like, oh, we so toxic, and it's like people just like that. Like, I don't get that at all. But going back to the question, I feel like toxic relationships usually generate from people talking, because I just watched a story time. This is a prime example, and she was basically saying how her and the guy, they was talking, and in her head they was dating, but they was really talking because he never actually asked her out. And so they was talking for months, longer than 3 months, like 8 months, I think she said. And anyways, she ends up wanting to make it official, and he's like, oh no, I feel like you're pressuring me, and blase. But anyway, so I feel like in her case, she ended up leaving him alone. But I feel like in a lot of cases, the girls will be fine and they will settle with just talking, and that will become toxic, because that's not, oh my god, sorry y'all, that's not really what you want. So that will always come out when, okay, let's say he moving like he's single, he moving like y'all just talking, but you want it to be more than that. You want y'all to be exclusive. So of course, when he do those stuff, it's gonna make you mad. I feel like that's one situation where a situation becomes toxic. And one thing I want to say for that is, don't ever settle for no man. Don't ever give up anything that you want for no guy. Like, just really want to put emphasis on that, because that's a lot of times how you end up in a toxic situation, because you really aren't happy. You really settling, and you really know that you deserve better. You want more, but you're willing to give it up for that person. At the end of the day, if you have to give up stuff you love or stuff you want for somebody, they're not meant for you. That's not the person you're supposed to be with. And honestly, I had to learn that with time, because you'll feel like, oh, I like them so much, it's okay, like, it's not that big of a deal. But no, it is a big deal, because at the end of the day, if somebody wants to be with you, they're gonna do right, they're gonna treat you right. You're not gonna have to ask them for nothing. I am a witness to that. I'm telling y'all. Anyways, okay, hold on, because I'm barely eating. Okay, sorry. Okay, hold on, y'all. Let me get together. As I'm doing this, I don't really understand how people do mukbang. You know, it usually don't be one person. And if it's not one person, it's like, I'm eating while you talking, you eating while I'm talking. But when you by yourself, you can't do both. But anyways, the next one says, how do you know if a guy likes you? And this was a good one. First, I'm gonna say trust your gut. Trust your gut all the way. If you feel like the vibes are there, you feel like y'all having a good time with each other, y'all enjoying each other, I feel like that's one sign. I feel like the next sign would be, pay attention to, are you asking him to do certain things, or is he just doing it? Because if somebody really likes you, they gonna just do stuff. And I feel like girls, honestly, I feel like we can testify, because I feel like a lot of times we let them do what they do because we feel like, oh, guys are so differently. But no, the same way we feel about guys, they will feel that way about you, and they'll move the same way. So the same way how girls will go out their way and do stuff for guys, or they'll be wanting to talk to them on the phone all the time and call them and send them little gifts, guys will be the same way if they really like you. So it's just like, pay attention to the little stuff that they doing. Pay attention to, are you having to ask him to do stuff? If you having to ask him to do stuff, I'm sorry, but it's just like, if you wanted to be doing it, you would be doing it. So, and that's just life in general. Like, anything that you actually want to be doing, nobody gonna have to ask you to do it. You're just gonna do it because that's what you want to do. So if you having to keep asking him to do stuff, you know, that's a sign. I don't know, just pay attention to the vibes and just see how he moving. See if, you know, if he doing little sweet gestures for you and things like that. Just see that. And also, I would feel like if he making time for you, being patient with you, communicating with you, I feel like those are also signs that he likes you. So yeah, I feel like that's really it. You just gotta pay attention. But the bad thing I'm gonna say is, in a lot of situations, it's really good in the beginning and it starts to take a turn. So it's like hard. It's like, you know, he liked you in the beginning, but then it's like later on stuff changed. So I don't know. You just gotta pay attention and just try to peep the vibes out for real. All right, so the next one says fake friends. First of all, I'm sorry. First of all, I have said this in another video. There is no such thing as a fake friend. And I need people to stop putting them two things in the same, like putting them together. Because as soon as they become fake, they're no longer your friend. That's a fake person. Because if they're your friend, then they're not going to be fake. So fake ex-friend maybe, or fake person, but not fake friend. Like, stop putting them together, because at the end of the day, they cannot be your friend and be fake. But my opinions on it is just cut them off. Like, your friends in this world, is so many people that's going to put you down, hate on you, not want you to succeed, all of that. So you just do not have time, especially for the people closest to you, to be the ones that's hating on you. And on top of that, you know, you trust the people that's close to you. You tell them information. You got them close to you. You got them at your family functions and all that stuff. You don't have time for them to be being fake, because you never know what that jealousy or that envy will lead to. You really just don't. So I just feel like as soon as you recognize it, and this is something I am starting to preach by, but first, like, make them aware of their actions, because maybe they doing something and they don't know. Like, I feel like a lot of people, I'm really trying to, like, become more just not like compassionate, but also just aware of other people's situations, and know that everybody was not raised the same, everybody was not taught the same things. Of course, just like certain things is just like, okay, do you have morals or not? But I just feel like other certain things, maybe they don't know. So make them aware of it. But if they keep doing stuff, it's like at a certain point, you just don't have time for it. I just swear you don't. So cut them off. And you know, I seen a post and it was like, just because I'm not your friend no more, does not mean that I'm your enemy. It just means I don't care about you, or I'm not worried about you. And I was like, that's facts. Because at the end of the day, people will get so mad just because you're not their friend, or just because you don't talk to them no more. But you know, you outgrow people. Like, people are in your life for either a purpose or a lesson, or same thing. But either way it go, maybe their time is up. And not saying that you gotta, you know, stop talking to them, not saying that you gotta completely cut them off, but maybe y'all just not friends no more. Maybe y'all not meant to be friends. So it's just like, you just got to read their actions, read their behaviors. Of course, let them know how you feel about it. See how they respond, see if they change. If they really want to be your friend, if they really a true friend, they're going to make that change, especially if it's something bothering you. If they don't, I'm just saying, don't even play no games with it. Do not play no games with it. Just let it be what it is. But okay, the next one says sexual assault. So I need to close my food box for this one, because I'm gonna get so real with y'all on this, because as y'all know, during this time, a lot of women have been coming out with their sexual assault stories. And you know, a lot of males were, their responses was really like just very hurtful. I don't even want to say disgusting. It was some disgusting comments, but I feel like more than anything it's hurtful, because for me, I feel like you automatically, if somebody is coming out and telling a story, you automatically need to stop, respect them, and listen to what they're saying before you're accusing them and asking questions. And so, you know, I also had to think about it, like, at the end of the day, in a situation when you have a victim, if you're the person saying like, oh, why didn't the victim do this? Why didn't the victim do that? Y'all know how guys will be like, oh, why was she wearing this? And why was she doing that? And my thing is, if your first thought when you see it is to question the victim, then that's victim blaming. And I feel like a lot of people need to be educated on that, because you don't understand, like, you really trying to figure it out maybe. But my thing is, if your first things that come out your mouth is, why wasn't she doing this? Why wasn't she doing that? And it's more so like, no, why wasn't the guy not respecting the boundaries? Why wasn't the guy not reading the room? Why wasn't the guy not doing what he's supposed to do? And that's my thing, like, before you go and attack the victim, it's like, no, attack the accuser, like, attack the person who the allegation is against, because at the end of the day, they made the wrong. You really have to read the room and, you know, ask questions to see if they're comfortable. If somebody says no, or if somebody is tense and they seem uncomfortable, then I just feel like that's time to pull back. Like, don't play no games in this type of situation, because this is not no playful thing. Like, people have real trauma. Like, this is a real situation. So it's just like, if somebody's seeming uncomfortable, then just pull back. Like, you don't have to keep pressuring them and forcing them. And I feel like in a lot of situations, that's what happens. Like, the guys are pressuring women to do things, and that is sexual assault. That is. So if you read in a room and you see that she's uncomfortable, then you need to chill out. You have to stop, because and not everything is just like, I don't even know, it's just so many ways to avoid these situations. If like communicate, ask her, are you okay? Are you okay with doing this? How are you feeling? Are you comfortable? Like, ask questions, read, but also like just read the room, because I feel like a lot of times, like, a girl will show you, you know, how they feel about a situation through their actions, and you can tell. You can definitely tell. Don't sit in there like, because you want it to be something else, don't try to make it something else when you already know what it is. And my whole last thing is just like, have some compassion. And I always say, like, think about if it was your mom, your sister, your cousin, your somebody, your daughter, and it's just like, would you ever want them to be in that situation? And it's just like, when you answer that question, that's your answer at all. And the sad thing is, it's sad that you have to put it in that perspective, but sometimes people need you to make it relatable. And I've learned that, like, a lot of times people can't understand your pain, understand your situation until they're in that place. So sometimes you do have to make it relatable to people. So it's just like, ask yourself, would you be okay with your sister, your mom, your daughter, your niece, your cousin being in that situation? How would you feel? And move accordingly once you figure out how you will feel. But anyways, yeah, that just kind of had me fired up, because it was just so many crazy responses, and it's just like, this is why women don't come out. It was just so crazy. Like, it was so crazy. And then, like, it's making me think about the video of the boys throwing that girl in the trash. It's just like, Black women are just so disrespected, and it's just so sad. Like, I just don't understand what it's gonna take for that to change. Like, as hard as Black women ride for Black men, especially, like, you would think we would get more respect than we do. Like, I don't understand it. I don't know what it's gonna take for it to be a change, but it needs to be a change, because it's just like, I don't even know. I don't even want to spend too much more time on this topic. We're gonna go to the next one. But let me know how y'all feel in the comments. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Okay, I'm gonna open my box back up now. But that is like a serious conversation. Like, I could go on about that so long, because it's so crazy to me. Some of the responses was so ridiculous. Like, the only thing you should be saying is, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Or, how can we do better? How can we make a change? Not, oh, she lying, and I'm gonna go to the next one. Oh, this question is asking about part 2 of the story time I did about a fake friend, or whatever I named it. But, okay, hold on. I'm a little fired up. Okay, so as far as part 2, I don't know when or if I'm going to release that. It's some things that I have to check in on, dot my I's, cross my T's, and then we'll see. But my thing is, honestly, if I don't drop it, y'all get the point, y'all get what it was, and I'm moving on from it. So it's like, I'm not even too pressed to drop that video, because the whole point of me dropping the first one was like to get the story out there, put this behind me, and just make y'all aware of the situation and how to overcome it. So it's like, I'm not really too pressed about doing part 2, because y'all get what it was, and I'm really just trying to put it behind me. So I don't know if I'm gonna be doing it yet, and I don't know when, but yeah. Anyways, okay, this says relationship advice. This is what I have learned. For me, specifically, I was gonna do that specifically, because y'all know I'm a little country, but specifically for me, I have learned when I'm in a relationship, if I get upset about something, I have to take a step back and just process everything and cool down, because I'm the type of person, like, I'll react out of anger and it just make the situation 10 times worse, y'all. So, and I like to recommend it to a lot of people. Like, if y'all arguing or y'all have a disagreement, just take a step back, try to see the other side of it, and then see how you want to communicate, how you feel, and then try to figure out, okay, what's the next steps, how we gonna overcome this, how we gonna get through this. Because a lot of times I feel like disagreements can easily turn into an argument when you're upset in the heat of the moment, and then that can just turn into a worse situation. So it's just like, take a step back, analyze the situation, you know, try to see it from their perspective. Honestly, you can apply this to all of your friendships, all of your relationships. Just like anytime it's like a disagreement, try to take a step back and try to feel how the other person is feeling and move accordingly. But that's one thing I would recommend for for relationship advice. I will also recommend definitely communicate. Like, I feel like communication is the most important thing, but also just be understanding, which is kind of like what I said. Like, don't invalidate somebody else's feelings about something, because maybe it doesn't mean anything to you, but it clearly means something to them if they bring it up. So, you know, recognize it and definitely try to understand where they're coming from. What else would I advise? Honesty, but obviously, like, be honest. Definitely be patient, communicate. I don't know. I feel like when you're in a relationship, I feel like continue to move like you were moving when you first met the person. Because I feel like that's a lot of times where relationships have downfalls, because in the beginning it's like sparks. Like, y'all know what I'm talking about. Like, when you first start talking to the person, it's like sparks. Y'all got so much to talk about. Y'all getting to know each other. It's so exciting. And I feel like as you start to get to the relationship, you know, you can start to become comfortable. You feel like you already know the person. And it's like, no, you can always get to know somebody better. Y'all can always, you know, have new hangouts, try new things. So definitely just, you know, try to keep that effort and that energy the same like you did in the beginning. And the last thing I would probably say, oh my God, I just had it in my mind. Oh, the last thing I would say is understand that in relationships, you're going to have challenges and you're going to have times where y'all are just down. Y'all not really vibing. But I feel like in those times, if you really want to be with that person, just remember the good times and, you know, analyze it and just be like, you know, the good times outweigh the bad. And y'all just having a down moment and y'all gonna get through it. Like, I feel like a lot of times that's where it is. Like, when stuff goes downhill, people want to escape, people want to run, but it's like, no, those are the times it's gonna build y'all up, make y'all stronger. And in that moment, just think about the good times y'all had. But that's probably what I would recommend. I don't know, let me know what y'all would recommend in the comments. So anyways, this is the very last one, you guys, and it says my plans after college. So let's manifest this. But I would like to be in a studio writing and producing my own movies. I'm also going to continue with YouTube. I'm really hopeful that by the time I graduate, like, I've already written a couple like short films and put it on my channel, because that's like a vision I have for my channel, is to record short films and post it on here. So I'm really hopeful that, you know, before I even graduate, I'm hopeful that I'll have some films out like that on my channel. Afterwards, I do want to continue with that. Like I said, writing and producing my own movies in a studio. And eventually I do want to own my own studio, but I'm pretty sure that's a little bit further down the line. But yeah, that's kind of like my plans for after college. Somewhere in that realm. Let's manifest it. But yeah, you guys, that basically concludes this video. I pretty much answered all of the topics. If you guys want a part 2, let me know in the comments. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Again, thank you guys for subscribing. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you. I definitely appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But like I said, this is the end of this video. Comment y'all's opinions on these topics in the okay. Yeah, it's time for me to wrap it up. But comment y'all's opinions on these topics in the comments below. And thank you guys for watching.